When you consider Hashem as a father, as a mother, He will be next to you.
Pishut Moray Rabotai, with the permission of Hashem, I would like to wish you a good week. As you know, this week is Chanukah, and I would like just to, this evening, to talk a little bit about the Parsha of the week and the Parsha of Chanukah. As you know all, that we light every year 8 candles of Chanukah. And every year we know the same story. Chanukah, why we light Chanukah? To remember what happened to us, to the Jews, with the Greek, a few thousand years ago, when the Greek came to the land of Israel, and they tried to assimilate the Jews by let them be just like them. They forbidden to respect Torah and mitzvot. They forbidden to respect Shabbat, to get married, Nida, to respect, to eat kosher. And especially, they came to the Beit HaMikdash, and they switch off the menorah, and all the Kohanim there, they killed them, they threw the Kohanim away, they put their Avodah Zarah, idolatry, and then that was terrible. You see, the Greek, they were very, very clever. They did not destroy the Beit HaMikdash. They did not destroy the temple. And Bemet, really, my question is, why did they not destroy the temple? First question. Second question, what it is the lesson for us, for generation to come? What we should learn every year when we light Chanukah? Third question is, the Gemara in Shabbat said, my Chanukah. What it is Chanukah? What it is the question? Even a baby, you ask him what it is Chanukah, will tell you what it is Chanukah. I mean, the Torah should not ask my Chanukah or what it is Chanukah. The Torah should, the Gemara should ask what it is the reason why we light Chanukah. I mean, just imagine, I ask somebody, why Shabbat? What it is Shabbat? The question should be, why we do Shabbat? What Shabbat mean? But the way how the Gemara asks, my Chanukah, what it is Chanukah, that should, there is something to learn from that. I mean, there is a way how to ask questions. You cannot ask questions just, what's this? I mean, and then the Gemara gives an answer about the story that happened in Chanukah. That the Jews, they were persecuted by the Greek, and then the Greek, they switch off the menorah, and then the Hashmonaim fight the Greek, and then they won the battle, and then the Jews came after the victory, and they start searching for oil to land the Chanukah. They search and search and search, and then they did not find, and at the end they find a small bottle of oil that it would last only one day, and it lasted 8 days. That was a big miracle. Okay. So the Gemara should say, why we do Chanukah? Because of this and this and this. On the 25th of Kislev, the Jews won the war, and Chanukah, Hanu from the word rested, and Ka is the 25th of Kislev. Okay. But my Chanukah, what is this Chanukah? This is something that we do not understand. Then, the fourth question is, why the Kohanim, they had to search for kosher oil? Anyway, there is a halacha who said that for the public, for the tzibur, if there is no oil, kosher oil, to light the menorah on the Beit HaMikdash, you can use an oil that is not kosher. It's okay. So why the Hashmonaim wanted only a kosher oil? Why? This is the question. So we have few questions to make us live a little bit what it is Chanukah. My friend, I would like just to tell you this. Today, we live in a generation that we ask ourselves every day, what's going to happen tomorrow? Behemet, I'm telling you, today the situation today is so disaster. In any cases, the education of the children, it's not like it was before. It's very difficult today to educate them. Today, there is too much assimilation, too much temptation, there is too much influence, bad influence. Few hours ago, a good girl, 15-year-old girl, from a good Jewish family, religious family, she told me, Rabbi, I can't survive anymore. I'm not happy with myself. I have some friends in my school. They give me bad influence. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be like them. I want to be a good girl till I get married. I don't want to. It's not fair for my mother, for my father, for my brothers and the yeshiva. It's not fair, and I don't know what to do. I'm telling you, it's not easy today to live the way we live. It's very, very difficult today. So, of course, we are Jews. But from time to time, we must ask ourselves what it is to be Jew. I'm Jewish, but okay. Always a Jew should have a question in his mind. What it is a Jew? I mean, when you talk about couscous, when you talk about steak, when you go to the butcher to buy steak, it's a steak. You buy steak, but after you have to make it. You have to make it. You have to grill it. You have to put sauce, peppers. I don't know. There is a lot of ways how to do steak. When you talk about couscous, you buy couscous, but there is a way how to do couscous. When you talk about food, when you talk about eating a good meal, you buy the vegetables and then you cook them. It depends, with meat, with chicken, I don't know, or just with sauce, with no sauce. Are you on diet? Are you not on diet? I mean, you see, when you talk about something, you talk about a book. What kind of book? There is a book, there is a lot of books. I mean, when you talk about something, you talk about, I ask you, do you have a pair of glasses? I mean, okay, but not all the glasses are the same. It depends on what kind of glasses. Okay, I say I am Jewish. Do we ask ourselves what it is a Jew? I mean, a Jew, okay, I am a Jew, but it must be a religion. I mean, there is a program how to be a Jew. There is a program. You see, the Greek, they were very clever. When they came to Israel few thousand years ago, they did not come suddenly to force the Jews to be like them. No, they came very, 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 very intelligently. They came very, very, with a big chokhmah. They started to teach them how to do sport. They did not tell them not to respect Shabbos, not to eat kosher, not to go to the mikveh for the woman. No, they let them do everything. But they started with them little by little. And then the Jews, at the first time, at the beginning, they thought, why not? To do some sport, to do some swimming, to do some running, some cricket, some football. There is no problem, okay? But the problem is, who is the teacher? This is the problem. I'm sorry to tell you this. From experience, I know a lot of people that they do sport, and they have a private coach with music, sport, or sometimes in a place, a public place, and the coachman or the coachwoman, they're doing they make people to do sport, and a lot of times it could end up with a disaster. And a lot of women that they fail with those coachmen, and a lot of men who invited a coach lady to do with music, private, and then I'm sorry to tell you this. A man who want to do sport, he's allowed to do sport, but he should have a coachman. Not a lady. A lady, she should have a lady woman. A man, you never know what could happen. And then a lot of stories that it end up very badly. Well, you might tell me, well, this lady, she's foolish, she's not, she's stupid to fall in love with that coachman. Why? Yeah, but this is the problem. No one knows who's the foolish lady, who's the intelligent lady. No one. El apotropos la'aret, in this case, no one is strong. Even me, I'm not strong. You think it's easy to fight the Sahara? It's not easy. So now you just imagine. Just imagine when the Greek came to Eretz Israel with all this culture, Greek culture. They did not agree. At the beginning, they were not aggressive with the Jews to tell them you have to leave your Judaism. No. At the beginning, they came with sport. They came with an idea, with les Jeux Olympiques, with an idea to have because the Greek, for them it was important to have a good body, muscles. So with this idea, even the rabbis, they were not against the idea. But the problem was, who was the coach? Who was the one who teach? And they have a different view about the religion, Jewish religion. And that was the problem. And then from the beginning, they started with sport. Then they started to go camping. And then they started with other things. And then some food, kosher food, and then at the end, you see the Greek people, they train Jewish people to become like them, and then it was and this is Chanukah. It was not Chanukah a few thousand years ago. What happened with the Jews, with the Greek, it could happen to any generation. And that's why we like Chanukah every year, to connect ourselves with thousands years ago. What happened 2,000 years ago between the Greek and the Jews, we live that. That this is the meaning of Chanukah. Hanerot halalu kodeshem. When we light the Chanukah, we should not only connect ourselves with the past, but we should always remember that we live the Greek now today, they don't exist, those Greek that we have before, but the ideology, the culture, the ideas are here. They are today here. And you have to be very, very careful. So this is the question. My Chanukah, what is this Chanukah? I mean, my Chanukah, that means it's a question that we should ask. We know what it is Chanukah. Yes, but what the problem of today? My Chanukah. That means what it is Chanukah. Why we have today Chanukah? Why? Because the answer it's not for what happened before. For what happened before, I know, but I must know today. We have the same problem today. The answer is what happened a few thousand years ago. It's the same problem today. We have a problem. There is too much assimilation. There is a lot of ways how to catch a Jew to, unfortunately, to disconnect himself from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, from Hashem. And this is the problem. So the question is, I am a Jew. Are you a Jew? What is a Jew? There is only one way. There is not two ways. I mean, a Jew is like if you say, I want couscous. Yes, couscous, you can buy it, but you have to cook it. You have to make it. There is a way how to make it. I am a Jew, but there is a way how to be Jew. There is no. So what it is a Jew? So what it is a Jew? You have to be careful. Remember the past. Remember what happened at the beginning. How they came the Greek to the Jews. They came slowly. And then they catch them. And then they have to fight. And then they realize what happened to them. That's why the Hashmonaim, once they fight the Greek and they won the war, the first thing they did not make a victory, a ceremony, a big banquet for winning the war, for the victory. No. Their victory was that now we have back our Judaism. Now we know what we should do. Now we have to take care that should not happen anymore. How we should not happen anymore. So every year we will light the candles of the menorah. So everywhere we will connect ourselves to those candles. To remember what happened to our parents. To remember that it could happen any day, any minute. Judaism, to be Jew, just a Jew with name, it's not enough. You need to develop it. You need to go step by step. That's why we like Chanukah day by day, till the end, till the 8 days. It's step by step, every day. I light Chanukah, every day. I light one, today I light one, tomorrow I light the second, the third day, and then, now we remember why the Hashmonaim, when they started to look for the oil, why they did not light the candle with a normal oil, even that oil that it was not kosher. So what? Doesn't matter. The most important is to light the Chanukah. The Jews, the Hashmonaim, they wanted to show the Jews, Hipsu Matsu. Just to be a Jew is not enough. You have to search your identity. When you search, you will find. Now, I'd like just to tell you something. When I was in Greece, on Pesach, there was there a Greek, a man that he was a steward, was a nice man, very good man. And every time he used to come to ask me for a blessing. Honest. And then at the end, and after Pesach, he told me, Rabbi, you don't mind if I give you a present? I said, it depends what present, I don't know. He said, my mother, she knows how to do bread. I want to give you good bread. It's a Greek way. I didn't want to tell him no. I didn't want to upset him. So the next day bring me bread. he was happy to give me the bread. I did not refuse. Well, I did not know that I didn't want to tell him no. So I took the bread. I gave the bread to somebody from that is not Jewish. So because I couldn't eat it, because I don't know how this bread was made. I don't know. But just this man to ask me a bracha, to ask me a blessing. I said to myself, those Greek, a few thousand years ago, they were against the Jews. They did all they can that the Judaism will be forgotten. They came with sport. They came with an idea how to catch the Jews. I mean, they were very clever. They did not come with aggressive, because they know the Jewish people, you cannot be aggressive with them. The more you're aggressive with them, the more they are distant. They are teach you. They will not do what you want from them. So they came slowly with them. They came with they catch you with sport, from sport to another kind of sport. Then till they were man and woman together. And then after it was too late. Nearly all the Jews they were disconnected from Hashem. It was terrible. I said to myself, look, this Greek must be descendants from from those parents who came to fight the Jews, kill Jews, and to assimilate them. And then, now, today, it's Pesach. Still, we are here, Baruch Hashem. And he served us. He asked a bracha. He did everything he can to please us. I'm sure if I would tell him, I don't know, to become a Jew, he would do it. But I did not do it. I did not ask nobody. Because in Judaism, we're not allowed to ask nobody to become Jew. And we do, unless if he discovered the Judaism, and even if he discovered the Judaism, they don't accept him, and the Beit Din to be right with Jews, it take a few years until the Beit Din, the Dayanim, the rabbis, are sure that this man is capable to become Jew, so they accept him. So you see, my friend, I said to myself, look, this man is not he's a smart man. And he saw the way we live. They saw our emunah. What is our emunah? What we do Pesach to remember that we were slaves before, and we do Pesach to say thank you Hashem that we are not slaves anymore, and that Baruch Hashem, you delivered us and you give us the Torah. And we eat during 8 days matzah. We are very, very strict. No hametz, only matzah. I mean, to be a Jew is not easy. And you saw how people are praying in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. He saw how people, they wash their hand. He saw how people, they pray every time they want to do a mitzvah. He saw there is shiurim, there is lectures. He saw a Jew during 10 days, Torah, mitzvot, this kind of holy days. That's what he saw, this man. And he was very impressed. So he wanted bracha. He realized what it is Judaism. My Chanukah. What it is Chanukah? It's a question. What it is? What I don't know what it is Chanukah. Yes, you know the story, but the story, you don't live the story. Yes, you know the story, but you don't live the. So for your Chanukah, it's only a hobby. You light the Chanukah as a hobby. No. When you light the Chanukah, you have to remember what happened. בימים ההם, בזמן הזה, you have to remember what happened then. It could happen today. What happened then is the same story. The story is not finished yet. So always you have to ask yourself, my Chanukah, what's this Chanukah? I mean, my friend, look today, you just ask yourself, I'm sorry to tell you this, just ask yourself, why the Greek did not destroy the temple? Why? Why delay the temple? I mean, I don't know if I was, look, Titus. Titus, when he went to Israel, the first thing he did, he destroyed the temple. And then he took the menorah to Rome. I would like to ask you one question, please, my friend. I don't know if you've been to Rome. But if you do go to Rome, ask to visit the Ark of Titus. When you will visit the Ark of Titus, you will see in the ark, in the top of the ark, you will see some sculptures there. You will see a menorah. It's been held by the Jews, prisoner. I mean, my question is, why those who built the Ark of Titus for his victory against the Jews, for his victory by destructing the temple, the Beit HaMikdash, why did it not sculpt the Beit HaMikdash in fire? I mean, it's logical. I mean, what you see there, you see the Ark of Titus, there is only Jewish people that are holding the menorah. My question is, Titus, he did not fight the Jews only to bring the menorah to Rome. He fight the Jews to destroy the Judaism. And how he destroyed the Judaism? By the destruction of the temple. He made him fire. And then the menorah, it's, the most important in our Judaism is the temple. The menorah, it's only an accessoire, the menorah. The menorah, it's only an accessoire, the menorah. It's not the ikka, it's not the most important. So the question is why? Why did it not sculpt? I mean, they were clever. Don't tell me they're not clever. I mean, or just to build an ark of the gloire of Titus, that's it. Why to sculpt the menorah? Why? So that means for them the menorah is something very special. So now we have two things. We have the Greek. They did not destroy the Beit HaMikdash. They only switch off the menorah. And you have the Romans, the Titus, they destroyed the temple and they took the menorah. What is the difference between both of them? My friend, the Greek didn't want to kill the Jews. The Greek knows the Jews are very clever. Very, very clever. They need the Jews. Maybe to invent things, technology. Maybe they need them for other things. What they did in Israel, the Greek, they did not do that to no country because they were a powerful people, the empire of Greek. They did not change the way of life of the Egyptian. They did not change the way of life to other countries. But in Israel, they wanted to change the way of life. They know that the Jews, they are a civilization of Torah, of Bible. Civilization that they've been through a lot of sufferings. They are very clever. They only want the Torah. So they switch off the menorah. For them, the temple is nothing. For them, the most important is the menorah. The temple is the house. The menorah is symbol is the symbol of the Torah. Ora is the Torah. The light of the menorah is the Torah. For the Greek is the Mishkan, the Beit HaMikdash, the temple. It's only a temple. It's not useful anymore. It's a house. It's like a body without life. Look, take a man. As long as he lives, he's a man. He's a living man. You can use him. But a man with no life is nothing. Without the menorah, it's nothing. So the Greek, they were very clever. If we destroy the temple, we can make a revolution here. There'll be a fight, there'll be a war. That's not our idea. The Greek decided. Our idea is not to destroy the temple, to leave the temple in his place, but to switch off the menorah. The temple will be off. Not useful anymore. No work there anymore. No Kohanim, no Leviim, no Mizbeah, no sacrifice, nothing. Yeah. That was their idea. And they nearly won. But the Hashmonaim, Hashem, He gave to the Hashmonaim strength to fight the Greek. Few people fighted thousands of Greek. They beat them, they won the war. But they know that this war is not finished yet. The Greek will come back again. They will not accept the defeat. As the story said, the Greek came few times to fight the Jews. So there is no victory yet. Victory is if we come back to Hashem. So they came to the temple to make alive to the temple, to make it working again. They put up to now, this temple was off, was no work, no Kohanim there, nothing, no function, nothing. Now, they make it revive again, the Beit HaMikdash. They revive it again. Then, the real life is light. And the light is to switch off, to switch on the menorah, to light the menorah. But there is no oil. So take any oil, no. If we start, we have to start well. We need a kosher oil. An oil that, and then they started to look, and then they find. It's a lesson that you have to learn. When you look, you find. Look, this Greek. During a week, he learned how the Jews are respecting their religion, and they wanted a bracha. Now, what happened to him, if he become Jews or no, I don't know. But one thing I tell you, it's not, there is a lot of Jews that they can be with on Pesach, they were with us, and they did not even come to listen a lecture. They stayed in their room. They eat. They did Pesach in their room. They did not come with the other. I mean, for them, look, a goy, he's interested, and a Jew is not interested. So why? My Chanukah, what is it to be a Jew? A Jew with no religion is not enough. Chanukah to remind you, to be a Jew, there is a program how to be a Jew. You have to light yourself. Search, you will find. Hipsu matzu. You want to go to the airport. You say, why airport? Why airport? What is it? My Chanukah. Why airport? What does mean why airport? You want to travel, you go to the airport. You want to take a plane, you go to the airport. Now you have to ask me, where is the company that where is the company in the airport that would take me to Morocco, to Israel, to America? This is the way we ask question. Why the airport? My Chanukah. Why Jew? What is a Jew? This is a question that every one of us should ask himself. Why I am a Jew? What does she want from me? I remember a few years ago, I was supposing to go to Argentina. And I had to go to Paris, Rome, Argentina, with Alitalia airline. And something happened. The plane, while he was landing in the airport, I saw Rome. We flew Rome. And I saw, a big avenue in Rome, from the plane, from the air. And I started to imagine Titus coming victorious from Israel. And he was walking with his flowers in his head. All the Senate, they welcome him. Millions of people. Caesar! Caesar! Titus! He came as a conqueror of Judea. He destroyed Israel. He destroyed the Beit HaMikdash. And he bring with him some prisoners, Jewish prisoners, and their arms, a big menorah. Just imagination. So what they did, the Romans? They built for him, the same week, the Ark of Titus. And when he came for the inauguration, for his ark that they made for him, he saw the menorah sculpted. And he gave a big smile. I imagine. They did not sculpt there the Beit HaMikdash on fire, the menorah. Because for Titus, the most important is not the Beit HaMikdash. For him, the most important is the menorah. The menorah that represents the Torah. Now, my friend, I would like just to tell you something. If you write menorah, mem, nun, vav, reshe, and the word menorah, you will find there Roma. Menorah. Take the nun from menorah, you will find Roma. Rome. Nun is the number 15, 50. There is 50 degrees of holiness, and you have 50 degrees of tum'ah, the impurity or the purity. Roma at that time, I'm not talking about the Roma of today, I'm talking about the Roma of before. Because the Roma of before, they were idolatries. The Roma of today, the Italy of today is not the same. It's not the Roma that before they were of the Avodah, they were idolatry. Through the idolatry, you come to 50 degrees of impurity. Can you imagine? When Hashem, he said to Moshe to build the menorah, Moshe Rabbeinu, he did not know how to do it, how to build it, how to make it. So Hashem, he said to Moshe, you know what you should do? Take the gold, put it in a place, the menorah will come. And that's what happened. So the menorah was made by Hashem. The menorah was not made by a man, by Hashem. Why? Because the menorah is the symbol of light. Nor. Ma'or is the light. And the Torah is the light. When you Hanerot halalu kodeshem, when we light the candles of the menorah, they are holy. We're not allowed to use them. We're not allowed to read a book, even a Torah book, near the light of the menorah. Only you have to look at them, connect yourself to them, enjoy them, take a pleasure to see them, take a pleasure that thanks God. A few thousand years after what happened with the Greek, with all kind of generations, all those generations, all the persecutions, all those who wanted to destroy the Jews, Shoah, anything. Baruch Hashem, Am Yisrael Hai, we're still here with our Torah. Enjoy yourself. That miracle that happened a few thousand years ago, that the Greeks wanted to assimilate the Jews, it's not finished. It's a fight. It's a fight every year. And there is a miracle every year. But if you disconnect yourself from them, it's finished. It's finished. So you see, my friend, Hashem, he mentioned to Moshe Rabbeinu, it's going to come a generation that they will fight the menorah. They will fight the Torah, Roma. Because the Roma, at that time, the idea was not only to kill Jews, but to kill those who study Torah. Torah and the Jews. Adrianus, the emperor of Rome, millions of Jews he killed in Israel. And God punished him. How he punished him? His nephew, he became a Jew. Ankelos. That was a big punishment to him. The one who's supposed to be the king after Adrianus, he became a big tzaddik, a Jew. He converted himself. That you couldn't accept it. Roma. That way Titus, he took the menorah. For Titus, the menorah is the symbol of Rome. We beat the menorah, we beat the light, we beat the Jews. So that's why Titus, he will not let those scooters to scoot the temple on fire. No, for him is the menorah, higher Rome, the empire of Rome. This menorah represents the destruction of the Torah, of the Jews, of Israel, of the Beit HaMikdash, and vive Roma. You understand? Now you understand why it was so important for the Chashmonaim to light the menorah with something very holy. But maybe they will not find it. Okay, we have to search. It's a lesson. A man who has a problem, he has to search. He has to search why he has a problem. There's a lot of people, they have a problem, but they don't, why they accept the problem, or they have an argument against God. Why you do that? But search why you have this problem. Search. You are Jewish. You are Jew. But my Chanukah, what it is Jew? What Hashem want from you? What is this? What it is a Jew? Well, Hashem, he said to Moshe Rabbeinu to make the menorah, you couldn't do it. So the menorah was done by himself. So my question is, why the tabernacle, the Mishkan, was not done by himself? Everyone will bring something, all the equipment, they will put it, everything will be made by himself, from God, a miracle, like the menorah. Can you imagine the menorah came on its own? Why not the Beit HaMikdash? Why not the tabernacle in the desert? I mean, you see the food come from the Shamayim, from the sky, to the Bnei Israel to eat. The Jews, they were during 40 years, Anani Kabod, they were surrounded by a cloud to protect them from heat, from the bad weather. A lot of nisim, a lot of miracles, the Jews, they had during 40 years in the desert. Can you imagine to live 40 years in the desert? It's unimaginable. They have Be'er Miriam, they have water. They were a few millions in the desert. Miracles. So, why it was this miracle that the menorah came, boom, on itself, but not the Beit HaMikdash? Why not? Why not the temple? You know why? Because the temple, it represents the person. You, a man, you have to do yourself. There is no miracle. The menorah is the symbol of the neshama, the soul. For the soul is a part of Hashem. That's why Moshe, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do the menorah, because the menorah represents the parts of Hashem that the man has. So Moshe said, that I cannot do it. So Hashem said, okay, that you can do it. So that I will do it. But for the Mishkan, that represents the man, ועשו לי משכן, ושכנתי בתוכם, that Hashem will not do it. We had to do the Mishkan. And the Yitzhak is very big. But Hashem will help you. You know, to live in a life that we live today, it's not easy. Hashem will help you. That's why Hashem will give us the neshama, a soul, a holy soul, to help us, to protect us. It's a protection. You understand? So for the tabernacle was no miracle, because the tabernacle represents the man. A man, you have to do yourself. So Hashem give you the Torah. We are handmade through the Torah. The Torah made us to become a good man, a good person, a good Jew. But always ask yourself, and you have a neshama. You are always connected to Hashem. When you sleep, the neshama go up. When you wake up, you say, thank you Hashem for the neshama that you give me. The neshama is a present from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But yourself, you have to do it. How can you do it? Only by acting, by asking yourself, my Chanukah, my Yehudi, what is this a Jew? A Jew? What is it? A Jew. Now, what the program to be a good Jew? My Chanukah. What it is Chanukah? What is it Chanukah? And there is a story. Even a baby knows, yes. But do you live the story of Chanukah? Or just you tell me a story? A story? No. The story of Chanukah. You have to live the story of Chanukah every day. You have to feel it. People that are assimilated, people that they go out of their derech, because they don't ask questions about themselves. They think it's easy to be Jew. It's not easy. You buy meat, you have to make it. You have to make it, you have to grill it. Are you Jew? You have to make yourself to be a good Jew, not only a Jew by name. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you this, I finished. There is a lot of divorce. A lot of divorce. Believe me, sometimes I have a feeling that the whole world is in divorce. And they divorce for nothing. People get married. My chatuna, what is his marriage? Marriage to get married? No. You have to learn how to get married. There is a way how to behave with your wife. And the wife how to behave with her husband. It's not marriage. Marriage, there is a program how to be married, how this marriage will hold on. Do you think in my life, I had a good time in my life, marriage life, and I had a bad time. But the most important is, Baruch Hashem, my marriage lasted. And it will last. Why? Because I will make sure that it will last. Because I know how to make it a success. And how to make it a success through the Torah. I will not buy my wife only by presents, good words as well. Otherwise there will be a divorce. My Yehudi, what is this Yehudi? What is a Jew? It's a Jew. I'm Jewish. Okay. But there's a program. How to be a Jew. It's a question. Yeah. And it will remain always a question. Question. Don't forget. The menorah, it's in Rome. That when you go to you see this menorah skirted in the arc of Titus, l'Arc de Triomphe de Titus, that give me something to think about. What I will think. I will think, well, Titus, you thought that you destroyed the Jews, you destroyed the Torah, you switch off the menorah. Yes, the menorah is switched off because it's only skirted. Every Jew is a menorah with the neshama. Because the menorah is the neshama, as I told you before. It's a part of Hashem. That you cannot put it in an ark of Titus. The menorah represents Rome, if you don't follow the Torah, so Rome are in power, or menorah represents the Torah, manor, menorah, ora, when you respect the Torah. So that is not there in the ark of Titus. Titus made his triumph because it was sinat hinam. We did not respect the Torah. So he beat us. He destroyed the temple. But when we respect Torah and mitzvot, we become, each one of us become a menorah. And that menorah that it's in the ark of Titus, it's only a picture. It's nothing. Now, my friend, you understand what it is Chanukah. Chanukah is a question of today. Where are we? Where are we today? Where are we in our religion? Because what happened then, it happened every day. Every day. each Jew that is assimilated, it's a Chanukah that is switched off. It's like the Greek, they made the nisham of the Jew being lost. Now we have to search how to bring back the Jew back home, to light him, to feed him with Torah, to have him back. And this is our job. This is Chanukah. God bless you.
الحرب بنا بنته نوضوا يا العيالات صغار